Hello everybody, welcome back. Today, I'm upset. I'm upset because I let my guard down. And if you watched the video from last week on the Patriots, you understand, or you will remember, in which way I let my guard down. And it just got me in a type of mood right now. I'm not too happy. Obviously, when the Patriots get shut out at home by a Rex Ryan team, there's absolutely nothing to be happy about. And that's kind of the problem I'm running into right now. But you know what? It happens, and not usually to a Patriots team, but Jacoby Brissett clearly was not ready to play. He couldn't get any zip on his ball. That ball that he threw is probably his only good throw of the game to Martellus Bennett in triple coverage. That ball was higher than the rafter seats in the TD Garden. It was disgusting. He could not throw it that far without putting air under it. He just had no mustard on his ball. His thumb was, he just couldn't. They had to throw somebody in there. They obviously didn't feel comfortable with Edelman, which I personally would have liked to have seen. But yeah, I don't really blame Jacoby Brissett. It doesn't help that he doesn't have the accuracy anyways to play, but let alone with a thumb like that. It just, from the get-go, from the fumbled or the messed up snap in the end zone, kick return, it just started out poorly. And then the Edelman taking it almost to the house in the first play just to get called back. It felt like it was going to be a good game. Okay, it got called back, but it'll be okay. And then it was just god-awful. And you know what? You expected LeGarrette Blount to come back down to earth. 13 carries, 54 yards, no touchdowns. You didn't expect that production of his to stay. And I know I was very high on him last week. But 13 for 54 is not god-awful. It has more to do with the fact that they couldn't keep the Bills honest with the passing game. And what the Bills did this week is exactly what I thought that the Texans were going to do last week, which is make Jacoby Brissett throw the ball. Get up early, get a lead early, and then make the rookie throw. And now make the rookie throw with a torn ligament in his throwing thumb. It was just destined for failure. From the get-go, just nothing positive to take from this game. And I mean nothing. You look at the score, you say 16-0. Okay, defense only let up 16 points. Yes, but didn't it feel, maybe this is just me, didn't it feel like it was more than that? Due to the amount of yards they let up, I can't tell you the amount of yards they let up personally. All the rushing yards, 134 rushing yards, 246 passing yards. Now, obviously, this isn't like Atlanta getting 300 receiving yards with one receiver and 500 passing yards with Matt Ryan yesterday. Or, the game the Steelers had. It's not god-awful. But it just didn't feel like it was a good game. Even on defense, only letting up 16 points. So maybe you can say they bended and just didn't break. But the scariest thing about that, obviously, if you watched the game, you saw LaShawn McCoy had his way with the Patriots. They just couldn't wrap him up. They couldn't get him to the ground. But you look at his stat line, 19 carries for 70 yards. That's almost 4 yards a carry. You look and you say, okay, so they didn't do too bad. But it didn't feel like it. To me, it just felt like they couldn't stop him. And then obviously receiving 6 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. So he definitely did get the fantasy numbers this week. But it just didn't feel like we stopped him that well. And then the scariest part of the game, and this isn't a break-the-bank type of number, but Robert Woods, 7 catches for 89 yards. You expect Sammy Watkins to do 7 catches for 89 yards against us. How is Logan Ryan? Oh, this is why I feel disrespected. You watched my video last week, everybody, and you saw that I finally said, you know what, Logan Ryan, I'm done doubting you. I'm done doubting Logan Ryan. I'm done calling him a weak link, even though he's the 4th best out of the 4 players on our secondary, but that's just because the other guys are really good. I'm done. I believe in you, Logan Ryan. And what does he do? He gives Robert Woods 50 yards of space on every goddamn curl route in the history of mankind. The amount of times I saw Robert Woods catch a ball, and I saw Logan Ryan 16 yards behind him, and then run up and after the ball is thrown, it's just like, wow, What are you doing? This is child's play. You did so well against one of the top 7 wide receivers in the NFL last week in DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, you did it with help over the top. But this is Robert Woods. If you're that good, like, I never believed you were, but apparently, and not apparently, your play has proved me wrong before this week. But, oh God, Robert Woods? Robert Woods? He wasn't even the number 1 wide receiver in college on his team. And Robert Woods is doing that to you? If Goodwin blew by him for a touchdown, like a 60-yard touchdown pass, okay, he's like the fastest guy in the league according to all these analysts. That's, that happens. If you don't have over the top help, you try to play bump and run, you're fucked. So I get it, but God, Robert Woods, who isn't great at anything, he's you can say he's not even good at anything. He's a fine receiver. He's a fine number 2 or 3 receiver. Had to be a number 1 this week and really played like it. 10 targets, 7 catches. And this isn't all Logan Ryan, I get it. There was no lockdown on Robert Woods. But it just, every time I looked up and I saw a ball thrown to Logan Ryan, I just said, oh, like, here we go. Like, this is going to be absolutely atrocious. Here comes a catch for whoever the hell Logan Ryan was guarding. But, it was, let me see here if I can find something. Oh my God. So, if this doesn't tell you how bad, I just saw this, so this is my first reaction. If this doesn't tell you how bad of a game Logan Ryan had, don't try to be a little friggin' homer and say, all of these tackles were on run plays. Bullshit. And if so, that's a really bad run play that's really bad run defense by the box. But he had 14 solo tackles. That is awful. You know what that tells me? That tells me that motherfucker couldn't deflect a damn pass or cause an incompletion. They catch the ball and I tackle you. They catch he just didn't want to get beat. He was nervous and just didn't want to get beat on the long ball. And then that makes me like, okay, well, let's see if Goodwin, had like 8 catches. It's okay. You want to let him catch the ball. Don't let him go over you. Goodwin only had 1 catch. So he's over here guarding Powell, O'Leary, Woods, Clay, and he's not playing up on them and trying to make a play. Like, you're just saying, like, catch it. I mean, obviously, I'd say like 5 or so of those tackles of the 14 were run plays. But God, I finally came around on him last week, and I was finally like, wow, okay, Logan Ryan, like, I got you. You're the guy that I haven't allowed myself to believe that you are. And then he just has a poor week, and this isn't just him. The whole defense just couldn't stop shit last night. Yesterday afternoon, even though they only let up 16 points, I'm disappointed in the way Logan Ryan played, and I'm disappointed overall in the way the defense played. Obviously, the offense too, but I don't have any fear about the offense. I think the offense is going to be perfectly fine when they put up 30 points against the Browns next week and only let up 7. And that says, well, the defense is going to be fine too, but if you let up more than 7 to the Browns, I am a little scared, and I know that they've done really well the last 2 weeks against the defending champs of the NL East, wrong sport, I'm sorry, NFC East, Redskins as well, as who they beat 2 weeks ago. Didn't they end up beating no, they lost. They almost beat the Dolphins, but they scored like 20-something points against them. I'm scared next week, and I'm not going to get into it, but I'm scared for the defense when it comes to Terrell Pryor. We don't have Josh Norman. Now, look, I'm going to get into this in another video. I don't want to get too carried away. But Malcolm Butler is a great corner. He's not Josh Norman. Josh Norman let up a touchdown catch to Terrell Pryor yesterday. Then again, he did have the game-winning interception guarding Terrell Pryor yesterday. But I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about that. This defense didn't show me much yesterday. And there are players on that Browns team offensively that could do things, and I'll get into that in another video. But yeah, guys, I'm not too happy with anything. Only 4 targets to Julian Edelman. That needs to go up, and I get it. The quarterback couldn't throw the damn ball. If they were gonna win this game, LeGarrette Blount needed to have a game like he's had the last 2 weeks, and that didn't happen. He didn't have a bad game, didn't have an awful game. It just didn't happen. He didn't have the great, spectacular game that he really needed to carry this team. And that's really what it came down to. You can't throw the ball. The Bills know that. Rex Ryan's going to put 10 of the 11 guys in the box and say, I dare you to throw the ball. And if you run, you're flucked. And what happened? They dared him to throw the ball, and it didn't just. He can't. And in the preseason, he wasn't great, but you could see he could at least throw the ball hard. He struggled to even throw the ball yesterday, which tells me Jimmy Garoppolo really couldn't go, and this guy could at least put the ball in the air. So when it comes down to it, guys, I'm not happy, but I'm not too worried either. I just came around on this defense, the secondary, saying that they're, all the secondaries top 3 or could be last week, and then they let Robert Woods go for 790, which I know isn't like Julio Jones going for 300, but it just didn't feel like it. It just felt like one of those games where the Bills just could, and all of the broken tackles by Tyrod Taylor. Oh my goodness, I know the guy is so elusive, but my goodness, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the game, was it 2 or 3 years ago in Carolina against the Panthers, their first year of being good, when we had Cam Newton in the backfield like 6 times wrapped up, and he just broke away, and they ended up winning the game. Obviously, offensively, we performed well that game, but that's what it felt like. It felt like no matter what happens, Tyrod Taylor is not going to go down, and they're just going to win this game. Our offense can't do shit. We missed field goal. It was just not the game, and then the defense, Sheard had a shot at him. I can't even remember and he made some great plays. Tyrod Taylor made some great plays, throwing the ball and running the ball, poise in the pocket. But yeah, guys, I'm not happy, but I'm not too worried. I really would have liked to go 4-0, but hey, we're 3-1. Tom Brady's getting the ball back. Let's go get another ring, baby. Let's go get another ring. Have a great day, everybody.